Hey guys! Welcome back. If you're new here, it's me, Harper. Today we're going to be doing drugstore makeup versus high-end makeup. Now my daily makeup routine consists of what I would consider high-end makeup, the most popular products, so to say. But today I have bought the closest as I can get in my small town Walgreens store to the drugstore dupes of what I use in my everyday makeup routine. We're going to be comparing these detail for detail. I'm really excited, so let's get into it. Okay, so I know I already prefaced this in the beginning, but I live in a very small town, so we don't have very many options when it comes to our stores. I ended up buying everything from Walgreens, but most things are not the actual dupes that I was wanting to get. Also, disclaimer, I am terrible, absolutely terrible at shade matching myself. So if any of these shades are really off, just ignore it, okay? Okay, the only tool I got for this video was a beauty blender because this one is shaped like my actual beauty blender. I didn't think it was necessary to get any brushes, but brushes to me just aren't that big of a deal. For our first step, we're using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel, and we're going to be mixing this with our tanning drops. I ended up with the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. I got shade 905 just because my Drunk Elephant drops are dark. Okay, this feels nice. I'm normally a pretty heavy, like thick moisturizer girl, but lately I've been liking the lighter feel. Okay, so far this feels very cooling. It feels very nice on my skin. Let's see how it blends out. So far, it is literally blending so nice and so easy, which is always a good sign. Always make sure to blend down your neck. Okay, looking at my face, it looks just like it does on my everyday routine. I really like how everything blended out and it feels very light on my skin. It also looks very nice, gives a nice little glow. Literally all of my face and neck feels like cool. It has like a cooling effect just because of this. Well, this dupe is a dupe. Okay, for what I would consider as high-end makeup, which is the more popular products, which is what I use in my everyday makeup routine, I'm starting off with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Water, and then I'm also going to mix that in with my Drunk Elephant Bronzing Drops. I am obsessed with this Magic Water. I used to use the Tatcha Water Cream all the time. Sometimes when I like a lighter moisturizer, I really like this. Now I've started doing concealer as my second step. I ended up with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I got shade 22. Now I've used this before and I really liked it in the past. Dang, this beauty blender is actually huge. Okay, concealer has been blended. It was very easy to blend, very easy to work with. It's not very full coverage. That would probably be the most I have to say. It doesn't do very well on coverage. But other than that, it's not bad. Beauty blender so far feels like it's soaking up a lot of the product. It's kind of showing that, but I feel like it's soaking up a lot more than it's showing. Also, the beauty blender I use is absolutely nasty. I actually need to wash it. But it is Morphe. I love Morphe beauty blenders. They're the best in my opinion. Okay, for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the NARS concealer. This is my go-to. I'm in shade Light 2.5 Creme Brulee. I love this concealer. I've been using it since literally middle school. It can be a light concealer, it's buildable, it feels very nice, and it blends very beautifully. I mean, just look. It gives you a very natural look. A lot of times I've been just wearing concealer because I don't need the foundation. It blends perfectly. Moving on to foundation, I ended up the Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick. I ended up with shade 235. Okay, creamy consistency. That went on my skin very easily. I actually really like this. It's a good medium coverage. It's buildable. I think it looks very nice on the skin. I will say This is just from doing concealer and foundation. But I think it's blending out pretty well. I think we're off to a good start. For foundation, I am normally a liquid foundation girly, but I have switched over. Normally, I have been addicted to the Giorgio Armani, but lately I have been obsessed with this one. It is the Tom Ford foundation stick. I'm in shade 4.5 Ivory. Okay, so this is a good way to get your full coverage, but normally for every day, I'll take my beauty blender and I will literally swipe it on the stick, then go in and blend it on my face. That way I feel like you have more control over how much you're putting on your face and you can build a lot easier. This way I just used the stick and stuck it on. I really do love this foundation though, and I know like obviously this side's a little bit heavier and it's a little heavier than I would normally go, but I really love this foundation. It's very light, it is very buildable, but the best part about it is it looks so natural. Now it's time for cream contour. They did not have the cream contour. I stuck with my guns and I have gotten this before. I ended up with the Fit Me concealer in a darker shade. I got shade 70. A little goes a long way. Okay, do you see what I told you? A little goes a long way. So it looks very nice on my skin, blends out very easily. Like I said, a little goes a long way, so it will last you a long time. I love this. Which again, I've used it before, so I am biased. But for cream contour, call me basic, but it's my favorite. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. I have the medium deep shade. It really truly is the best contour. And honestly, a little goes a long way with this too, which is great because you're not wasting so much product. I mean, the color just looks stunning. You blend it out so easily and it looks so just like a natural bronze. Okay, moving on to cream blush. This is the Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush. I got shade 140. I use a brighter pink as my blush. So this is the applicator. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I guess we're just gonna put some on our cheek. Ah! What the? Okay. It honestly didn't do too bad. It was a darker pink than I think I expected. Again, I think this beauty blender is picking up a lot more product than I thought it would. So it blended to a pretty natural blush. I do like that. It's a pretty pink, a very natural blush. Okay, for blush, I'm not gonna lie. I've had this blush for probably 2 years now. 2.5 years now. It has lasted me forever. And there's still so much product left in it. But it is the one, the only, the best liquid blush you could ever use. Rare Beauty. Now Happy is my shade. And again, a little goes a long way with this. Oh my gosh, I'm telling y'all, the camera does not do it justice. I'm obsessed with Rare Beauty and all of her products. I just think it blends so nicely into your skin. If you want a dewy blush look, it looks very dewy. You can add powder on top. You can do so many things with this blush. You can use it on your nose. You can use it for lipstick. You can use it on your eyes. You can do literally whatever you want with it, and it looks so good. All right, now it is time to move on to our powder products. First, I'm gonna start off with face powder. I have used this before. I think it's actually in my drawer. It is, right here. The Maybelline Fit Me powder. I'm in shade 220. Looks gorgeous. It has a very nice finish, very natural finish. It just mattifies your skin and it looks great. It's also a very lightweight powder. I feel like with a lot of powders, they feel very powdery on your face. A very light facial powder that I really like. Okay, for powder, I use, yet again, Charlotte Tilbury. I'm in shade 2 medium. Now I used to just take a brush and just kind of brush it all over my face, but lately I've been taking my powder puff, which also needs a washing. I mean, this powder is called Airbrush Flawless Filter for a reason. It literally looks like I have a filter on my skin, and I have no acne. All the redness, gets out all the zits. It literally smooths your skin. I love it. I love, 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 love it. Okay, now we're gonna move on to powder bronzer. The Milani powder bronzer. I got shade 3 Suntan. She blends really well. I think it looks very nice on the skin, which I will say the camera quality does not do any of this justice, but it looks very nice on the skin. I might be adding this into my everyday routine. All right, next is a powder bronzer, and I have become obsessed with this brand. It's probably in my top 3, that's for sure. It is the Patrick Ta Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. I have the shade She's Bronzed, which, as a cream contour, since it is a cream and powder duo, I also have the double-ended brush. I use this end to sculpt and use it for the cream side. Then I use the fluffy end for the powder. It gives such a nice color and it's very buildable. Looks also very natural. I absolutely love that. If you can't tell already, I'm in love with every single product I own. Moving on to powder blush, I got the L'Oreal Infallible. I got shade 10 Confident Pink because again, I like a brighter pink for blush. She's pretty. She is gorgeous. I'm a sucker for a pretty blush. And the camera's not even doing it justice. She is pretty. A little product goes a long way with this, that's for sure. When it blends, it blends. We love her. For blush, I have 2 options. I have the Patrick Ta Cream and Powder Duo, and I have it in the shade She's Giving. I love, 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 love this color. My new obsession is the new Rare Beauty blush. Oh, she's gorgeous. And it also doubles as a highlight. Again, I have the shade Happy just because I literally can't stray away from it. Y'all, this camera is not doing it justice. Again, really, really love that. It's super buildable, and I just love Rare Beauty products. You can never go wrong with them. Moving on to brows. I ended up with the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I got the shade Ash Brown. I don't know what shade my eyebrows are. Brows are not too bad. I don't know if it's the shade or just that it doesn't really apply very well from just using this for the first time. Personally, I don't really like it. The pencil kind of is hard. I had to use a little bit of a heavy hand. It could just be wrong shade match for me. I do like them. I think they look very good and very natural. I just had to use a heavy hand and it did not feel the nicest. But it's not bad, honestly, it's not bad. All right, now it's time for brows. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in soft brown. I mean, they look very natural. I love it. Okay, for eyeshadow, I honestly just use my bronzer and highlight. For highlight, I got the Wet n Wild highlight. Always heard good things about Wet n Wild, especially their highlights, so I'm excited to try. I got the shade 333B Golden Flower Crown. Ooh. Oh my gosh, the camera is not doing it justice. That's really pretty. It's honestly a very buildable highlight. I like a good natural highlight just because I have oily skin, but I really like that. Okay, now it's time for mascara. I use a waterproof base mascara, and then if I want more, then I add another mascara. I got the L'Oreal Lash Paradise in waterproof. It has basically the same brush as the Better Than Sex. Okay. They look good. I mean, look at the length. They look good. Okay, but I am going to add my second mascara. I know people like to do 2 layers of one mascara. I'm different. I like to do 1 layer of my waterproof mascara and then layer on top a thicker mascara. It's the L'Oreal Panorama. It looks bougie. These are my natural lashes. I just need a second, okay? I mean, They look really good, okay? Alright, it's time for mascara, my favorite part, but it's the Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. It is my #1. I love this one so much. It's always so good. And I use that on top and bottom as my base. I mean, they look so good. Let me do a little disclaimer here. These are more voluminous and grow out, and these are not as voluminous and grow up. So that's why they look a little wonky, but they look so good. This does not smudge. It always stays. My lashes stay curled. Now to layer on top, I normally go for 2 different mascaras. One is the Benefit Roller Lash, always a really good one, really lengthens my lashes. And then the other one is the Rare Beauty mascara. The Rare Beauty one adds more volume and length. I'm gonna use Rare Beauty on this side and I'm gonna use Roller Lash on this side. I mean, you can already tell a difference. And then here's the side with the Roller Lash. Now I'm gonna add my Better Than Sex mini one to the bottom. Okay, here are the finished lashes. They look so good. I love my lashes combo. Okay, and for the final step, lips. Now I tried my best to get as close as I could to Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I got the Maybelline Color Sensational lip liner. It's in shade 102 Beige Babe. I like this. Not necessarily the shade. The shade is a lot lighter of a pink than I thought it would be, but I do like this. It goes on very smoothly. But now it's time for lipstick. I got the L'Oreal Paris lipstick. It's shade 140 Mauve. I think is how you say that? I don't know. I think this is gonna be a little bit pinker than I think though. Ah! It's sparkly! No! Ah! Oh no. This is not close to Charlotte Tilbury. I look like a pink pop star. I swear this looked darker. Anywho, if you ignore the lipstick, the face, everything except my lips looks good, okay? I was gonna add on top a gloss, but it clearly doesn't need it, but maybe it can help, so we'll try. I do have this from a while back. It's the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I'm obsessed with it. This is shade 10 Crystal. I love this stuff. But normally I would go for a more natural nude, maybe a little bit darker lip with a clear or a brown gloss on top. Okay, that actually helped a lot. Now the last step is lips. If you haven't guessed already, I have most of the popular products, so what would my lip product be? None other than Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I'm going to talk while I put this on because my camera is going to die. I love this lip combo. I've never been able to really find a lip color that looks good on me. It's either too nude or too pink, and this is literally the perfect color. So pretty. It is so pretty. The color is gorgeous. It feels so nice on my lips. It's honestly moisturizing. Now I know I used this yesterday, but it is a go-to for me. For my gloss on top, I'm going to use the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. This Lifter Gloss is my favorite. It's just the prettiest gloss to add on top. It's not too glittery. It's not too shiny. It's perfect. It just looks so good. Here is the finished look for the drugstore makeup. I think it turned out pretty well. My lashes, I'm in love with my lashes, okay? Lips were clearly a no-no. I will say, I was trying to convince myself that the Beauty Blender wasn't picking up as much product as I thought it was, but it definitely was, and I can see that now. This is what the Beauty Blender looks like on this side that I use the most. Even coming around to the back, it has a lot of product on it. It definitely picked up a lot more than I thought it was. So I think this looks really good. I'm proud of myself for shade matching as well as I did. I think everything just looks so good, so natural. I will definitely be incorporating most of these products into my everyday routine. I'm really happy with it, honestly. This is my everyday makeup, and it's also what I would consider high-end. It is most of the popular products. I love it. It just looks good on me. I just love it. And I love all the products and all the brands, and I love it. It's just what makes me the most confident. Okay, you guys, that is the end of the video. Honestly, all of these products are really, really great. You can't go wrong with either one. If you don't want to spend the money on the high-end products, you can find so many dupes that are really, really good and they are half the price or even more. All of my drugstore products stayed on really, really well throughout the day. My products stay on well throughout the day. Now, I will say I probably would not recommend the e.l.f. Beauty Blender. It just soaked in a lot of my product. But other than that, all of the products were really, really great. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I did making it. Comment down below, let me know what you want to see next. Make sure to like if you want, comment if you want, subscribe if you want, do whatever you want as long as it's kind. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Okay, that was hectic. Oh. Ugh. Okay, this is awkward.